All right, so in the high-stakes world of AI, Meta has just made a huge multi-billion-dollar move. They've snapped up a startup that not many people have heard of, and the way this deal went down tells us a whole lot about where AI is headed. Let's break it down.
First, let's just talk about the price tag. We're looking at over $2 billion. To put that in perspective, that's more than the entire economy of some small countries. This isn't just a regular purchase. This is Meta planting a flag saying they are dead serious about winning the AI race.
And to really understand how massive this is, you gotta know this is the third biggest acquisition in Meta's entire history. We are talking about a deal that's right up there with them buying WhatsApp and the data giant Scale AI. It's a huge deal.
And they spent all of that money on a startup called Manus. Yeah, if you're kind of scratching your head right now, don't worry, you are not alone. So that's the real question, right? Why would Meta spend billions on a company that has been flying almost completely under the radar until now?
But honestly, the price tag is only half the story. What's maybe even crazier is the speed, how fast this whole thing happened. This was not some long, drawn-out negotiation, no, this was a sprint. And it shows you just how intense the AI arms race has gotten.
I mean, just look at this jump in valuation. In early 2024, ByteDance was reportedly interested in the team for around $30 million. Now, fast forward less than 2 years, and Meta comes in and pays over $2 billion. That isn't just growth, that's an absolute explosion.
And get this entire multi-billion-dollar deal was completely finalized in about 10 days. Apparently, Manus was trying to raise money when Meta just swooped in and bought the whole thing, skipping the line entirely. That kind of speed tells you everything about how badly Meta wanted this tech and this team.
Okay, so to really get why Meta paid so much so fast, we need to dig into what MetaQueries actually does. And let me tell you, it's a giant leap beyond the chatbots we've all been playing with. So at its heart, Manus builds something called a general-purpose AI agent. Instead of a chatbot where you just ask questions, imagine an AI where you can hand off an entire project. Like, you could tell it, analyze our top 3 competitors' social media and build me a report. And it would just go off and do it. All the research, using all the right tools, and then deliver a finished presentation. The founder and CEO, Xiao Hong, said it perfectly. He said, the era of AI that doesn't just talk, but acts, creates, and delivers is only beginning. And that's the whole vision right there, an AI that does stuff. The way it works is pretty simple, broken down into 3 stages. First, it plans. It actually understands what you're asking for. Then, it executes. It goes out and uses software, writes code, analyzes data, whatever it needs. And finally, it delivers a complete finished product. It's really designed to be like a super efficient virtual colleague. And businesses are definitely buying it. Manus claimed it hit $100 million in annual recurring revenue back in mid-December, and they say it's the fastest a startup has ever hit that milestone. You know, that kind of growth is definitely going to get a company like Meta to sit up and pay attention. So, where does this one piece fit into Meta's much bigger plan? Well, this wasn't just some random purchase. It's a very specific piece of a giant AI puzzle that Meta has been building for a while now. Just look at what Meta's been up to in the last year. A massive $14.3 billion investment in Scale AI for data, buying the wearables startup Limitless, and now grabbing Manus for AI agents. See, they're not just playing in the AI space. They are strategically building a whole ecosystem, from the data to the devices to the agents that run on them. And this really shows a fundamental shift in their whole AI strategy. The first wave of AI was all about conversation, chatbots, AI that talks. But Meta is betting that the next, much more powerful wave is going to be about action, AI that does. It's a move from a digital assistant to a true digital agent. Now, the story gets even more fascinating when you look at the company's roots. Because in the time of pretty intense tech rivalry, Manus somehow managed to build bridges between the 2 biggest players in the world. So the company was started in Wuhan, China, but it later moved its headquarters to Singapore, which is kind of neutral ground. But what's really amazing is who invested in them. They got money from top-tier U.S. venture capital firms and from the Chinese tech giant Tencent. In today's world, that is an incredibly rare thing to pull off. Honestly, their whole international strategy was a masterclass, starting in China, moving to Singapore, and getting partnerships with tech giants on both sides of the world. They somehow built a global company in an era when everyone else is building technological walls. That is no easy feat. Okay, so what does this all mean?
what does this massive deal mean for the future of AI, for Meta's products, and, maybe for you?
Well, here's what we know is going to happen. For now, Manus is going to keep operating its own service, which is a smart move to keep their current customers happy. The founder is becoming a vice president at Meta, which shows how important his vision is to them. But the real endgame here is integration. Meta's planning to weave this agent technology deep into its own products, supercharging things like the Meta AI assistant and bringing this powerful tool to a global scale.
Xiaohome's reaction to the whole deal really says it all. For a startup, even a super successful one, Meta's global reach is a total game changer. This is all about taking a technology that works, that's powerful, and putting it into the hands of billions of people. So this acquisition leaves us with a pretty compelling question for the future. As these AI agents evolve from being just assistants to being truly autonomous colleagues, how are they going to redefine our jobs, our workplaces? The era of AI that does has officially arrived, and we are just at the very, very beginning of seeing what that really means.